I'm absolutely crazy about it!
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening was a fantastic prequel sequel to the original Devil May Cry, and a game that set the margins for outstanding hack-and-slash titles. Just a shame the fanbase are rather hostile defenders of something trivial, and to you, whose life's greatest purpose is defending a video game, I send my sympathies.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The Legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it.
One of those stories was about saving the world from an orange-haired man who was elected president.
Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side.
If Sparta's sword was the source of his power, then why use the word also? This was either a translation issue or Sparta was on the wrong side of the door when he closed the portal.
It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting.
You mean how you killed your father? Because that was pretty twisted too.
Invitation, huh?
Pizza Prop dilly-dallies in mid-air because physics. Pizza Box falls here, but then is meters away from him in the next shot. Someone try this and see if it works. Look dude, I know they attacked you, but breaking your own stuff when you're broke ain't helping. Alongside a murderous jamboree, demons occasionally work part-time as a demolitions team. Show us civilians transforming into demons instead of crumbling architecture. Plate tectonics. I learned about it in school. I play video games to get away from that BS. What are the goals of Arkham here? I know the human world and the demon world were once the same unified place, and Arkham wants to restore that balance, but 99% of players will end up assuming Arkham has zero logical reasoning and instead perceive him as a crazy clown. Some demons, like this Vanguard, take orders from Virgil, while others are racist. Most of those demons were later murdered, and the surviving few went on to form a union. Dante doesn't parkour himself to the tower, but rather wanders through various buildings that may have collapsed exit ways. Was there some ramp in this scene that I missed?
Looks like we have an uninvited guest. A human. A woman.
There is no way he could have seen Lady from that altitude. Lady is dead. Shoot first, ask questions later is only used against Dante and not against the guy she actually came here to kill. Lady is dead. No, seriously. Lady is dead. Present scenes with Lady are just comedic reprieve, but then game goes on a tangent and tries to enact future scenes with utter serious tonality. Lady's true demise will be a contradictio in terminis with herself, and even then no one will take her corpse seriously.
I just don't like you, that's all.
Dante hates Virgil for no adequately explored reason.
Why do you refuse to gain power? Might controls everything. And without strength, you cannot protect anything.
This is the major problem with Virgil. His motivation is almost non-existent. You know, he wants power to protect since he wasn't able to protect his mother. Dante later questions him regarding this fact.
What are you gonna do with all that power, huh?
If the desire to rule and protect were conjoined, then the character would have a strong base to build upon, especially in future games. Otherwise, this is nothing less than a Batman origin story. Being a son of Sparta means you can do anything as long as it looks cool. Falling for 2 minutes from Temene Space. Inner belly of Big Bertha is apparently a museum.
It was all because Sparta slammed the door to the demon world in their faces.
This is Virgil's "I'm stabbing you later" face, landing in plain view of a message that would never have been received had Leviathan died literally anywhere else. This subterranean lake has its own moon. I get the feeling writers had no idea what to do with Lady's character in the time frame of concurrent scenes where Dante is doing something else. Sure, she kills demons, and she has ambition, but it stands to reason why she has infinite reserves of ammo and stamina. The only way these lines of blood would make any sense is if Arkham moonwalked his way to termination.
This is my father. My family. This was all supposed to end by my hand.
I foresee copious amounts of therapy for the next decade.
My sight is gone. I remember your scent. I shall hunt you down through eternity if I must, till I rid this earth of your foul smell.
But I won't do it yet because I'm late to my ballet class. Orb. No orb. Then back to orb.
I forgot to mention one teeny little item.
Every Devil May Cry game must have one overly obnoxious character. Devil May Cry 1 had Trish. Devil May Cry 2 had Lucia. This game has Arkham. Devil May Cry 4 had Nero. The reboot had everyone.
So, my mother's amulet is the key that unlocks the door to the demon world.
Originally, it was the key to the demon world, but was given to humans as a gift.
What kind of savior destroys all of their hard work by pulling a faux pas as their final action? Sparda is a prick to himself. Rocket is headed straight for Virgil, but turns about 45 degrees last minute to avoid exploding in his face.
If any of you had died before getting here, our little plan would have gone to waste.
Must have had a lot of faith that she'd survive falling off the side of the tower. Arkham's head isn't rolling on the floor in this scene.
The spell is broken. What do you think will happen next?
Only Flot demands attention to continue forward. It will later go on a date with the physics in this game, since attention hogs and rebels are highly compatible. The game decides that Virgil derived all of Lady's prior damage and forces him to fall down to the depths whilst taking away one of his devil arms. Game is a prick to Virgil. Femine Viagra. This motorcycle might as well be a space shuttle, and Gravity Defier is now officially non-official new style for Dante. Lady still hasn't died of blood loss, or altitude sickness, or hit the ground because of the aforementioned two. Enemies that can attack you from within walls.
I'm pretty pissed at him too, you know. Now, get out of my way, or there'll be some consequences.
Fair enough. I wasn't planning on letting any demons live anyway.
This woman is the Templar of naivety. She's basically a brony. Why bother dodging it? That explosion from the motorcycle didn't affect you, so why would this?
Dante. Please. Free my father.
From what? Living? When Sparda hit his ultimate weapon, he really just left it in plain sight without any guards or traps. To overcome Cerberus, Dante used great aerial combinations. To overwhelm Agni and Rudra, he mastered multi-directional combat. To subdue Nevan, he implemented strategy. To vanquish Beowulf, he had solid timing and evasive skills. But to defeat the doppelganger, he just turned on the lights. Tardiness. Like father, like son, right?
What do you think after looking at your father's image?
It's like staring into a backed up toilet. Dude, my father wasn't so hideous. Can't you tell by looking at me?
So you think a backed up toilet is rather attractive?
Goodbye, Father.
No!
A few months later, the murders began.
Maybe somewhere out there even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one.
Lady assumes the worst, but Virgil may just be flipping pancakes down in the underworld.
You will not forget this devil's power.